Hey guys, today I have a new an updated deck profile on my Raidraptor that I did a while back. I finally got all the cards and I did some changes to it, and also from the side. But one thing I'm gonna first show you is what the heck is this thing that I have here? Well, I forgot that I bought this a long time ago because it was on sale, and it's this woman right here. If you don't know who she is, this is Muggy Magician Girl. This is an OCG XC's that's over there, and we're not gonna ever have this monster here. Why is that? Because this thing is a nanny. So if the magician decks ever have this card, it obviously will be censored first, and then but this is a Bay. Now it requires 2 level 6 spellcasters, and the effect reads, they're just crazy. If I remember correctly, one of them is you can detach one material, discard 1 card, take one of your opponent's monsters, and control it to the end of this turn. Yeah, doesn't that remind you of brain control? Yes, this thing has the effect of brain control. Exactly. And the other effect, yes, there's another effect, which is you can detach a material, discard a card, and special summon a monster from either player's graveyard. What effect is that? Monster Reborn. So why am I doing this? Because I forgot that I had this, and I forgot that she was totally and she was a Bay, and I might get some, like, I don't know, sexual something of YouTube, because it's the uncensored. This is obviously is gonna be censored because she has a little bit of the in the chest region, and I hope I don't get demonetized for that. Please God no. I don't want to be demonetized. So yeah, I have her, and I forgot that she's a total Bay. Yeah. And she's beautiful. I'm hoping that it's not coming to the I know that this is not coming to the TCG because this thing is still powerful. I know the cost is discarding a card, but still discarding a card can be performing. It could be anything good. It could be blowable. It could be any card if this card is sent to the graveyard. In general, like a bunch of them. So yeah, I wanted to share this. Totally forgot that I had this card, and yeah, I think this was a promo for something. If you do know if it's, I gotta check again. If it is a promo, and it's an ultra rare, not a super. It's an ultra rare. And one thing I love about this is that, and you can see correctly, it has a little star there. That's kind of cute. That's actually pretty cute. This is why I love this card. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much that's gonna be. I'm gonna put it right here. I don't know, somewhere here, so she can be present in her beauty, because she looks like Dark Magician Girl. I think she's Dark Magician Girl when she's grown up, or I do not know, because she's basically, yeah, pretty much. But so yeah, let's start with the deck profile of Raidraptor. So finally, I got the three copies of Tribulanius. Now, Tribulanius is a level 4 Wing Beast monster. Its effect reads, when this card is normal or special summon, you can send one Raidraptor monster from the deck to the graveyard, and that's it. He's a Foolish Burial. The other effect, you can use it, but I recommend you don't, because you have to use the quick spell rank ups, and you're not using quick spell rank cards. I took them out from the side deck and from the deck overall. You're using just the Foolish of it. So yeah, 3 copies of him. I'm going to set him on the side. Next up is 3 copies of Vanishing Lanius. Now, Vanishing Lanius is another Wing Beast, level 4 Wing Beast. Almost every Raidraptors that you're using are level 4, so that's the good thing. His effect reads, when it's normal or special summon, you can special summon a level 4 or lower Raidraptor monster from the hand. Pretty much. That's what you're gonna do, because you're gonna do a lot of XC summoning, pretty much. So yeah, 3 copies of that. Next up, you're running 3 copies of Fuzzy Lanius, which I call him cousin of Vanishing Lanius, because you have a cool combo with these two. So Fuzzy's effect is if you control Raidraptor monster, and I fixed that. If you control a Raidraptor monster, you can special summon it. For this turn, you can only special summon Raidraptor monsters. Period, like that. But here's the thing: you can use Vanishing's effect, so you can special summon him. So you can do any for any XC summoning normally, or any Link summoning overall. Because right now there is no Raidraptor Link monster, which I beg Konami, make a Raidraptor Link monster. This will be so good. It could be like I think Cyberknight said, like, it could be if it's Link summon, you can send one Raidraptor monster, or get the best the best rank up card of the Raidraptors to the hand, or to the graveyard, pretty much. But yeah, 3 copies of Fuzzy Lanius. But basically you're using Vanishing's effect, special summon him. Then when you do your XC summon, you can detach him, use his effect, grab another copy, and special summon him. Pretty simple. Pretty awesome. Next up, for the other the other one, you're running 3 copies of Mimikry. I love Mimikry. She's awesome. Her effect is when she's sent to when she's normal or special summon, turn all your Raidraptor monsters that you control and increase their level by 1, so they become level 5. You're using 2 of the level 5 XE monsters from I just lost my 2 of the level 5 Raidraptor 2 of the rank 5 Raidraptors, guys. Biscuit powder. I'm gonna say that because I don't wanna, get demonetized. So I'm trying to be the most PG and the most family, trying to do my best. So that's what you do. You raise their levels to 5. That's all, and use them for the level 5, rank 5 XE monster. But that is a good effect, but the other one is the best one, because if this card is sent to the graveyard by this turn, you can banish her and add a Raidraptor card. So actually you find the spell cards or the trap cards of the Raidraptor. That's why you're using Tribulania's effect to send Mimikry. That's the Tribu Mimi combo, pretty much, I guess. That's how you call it. So yeah, these are basically all the 3 copy monsters that you're using in the deck. Why is that? Because they're the most powerful ones. Pretty simple, because they do so much of the special summoning. And I gotta recommend one thing. A friend of mine helped me fix these things, and overall. And I sometimes forget names. I'm not good with names. He helped me with some combos that we can make, and I'll try to show them. Don't worry. So yeah, those are all the 3 copy monsters that you're running. So let me just yeah, I'll show them in a bit. The combos. So for the 2-ups, you're running 2 copies of Singing Lanius. Now, Singing Lanius is not strong, but one thing is Singing Lanius is for that Link summoning material, or for the XC material. It reads when you have a Raidraptor XC monster on the field, special summon. That's it. It plays out with the rank 4 one that which is your Searcher, which is 4 strict. I'll show that in a bit. But pretty much you use it for Link summoning material or for XC material. Pretty much 2 copies. And this is basically a hand trap, but for Raidraptors. So 2 copies of Booster Strike. I call them Booster. I know it's Booster Strikes, but I call them Booster Strike because it strikes like out of nowhere. It reads, when a Raidraptor monster is being targeted for an attack, discard this card, banish it. Discard this card, banished. That monster gets destroyed instead. Doesn't target. Doesn't specifically say. It has to say that monster. Doesn't say target. It has to be the monster that attack him. Pretty much this ruins a lot of monsters that I know. But right now this is what but this is a good one. 2 copies of it's good because you have other cards that protect. And And for the last two ups, you're running 2 copies of Last Tricks. Last time when I actually, in my last version of the deck profile, I was running 3. Here's the thing, I was breaking a lot with this. That was the problem. And this card accesses you with a lot of your extra deck. What it reads is that you can tribute this card, special summon a Raidraptor XC monster from your extra deck. Its effects are negated, it cannot attack. Your opponent does not take any damage whatsoever. Pretty much. At the end of the phase, that monster gets that XC monster returns to the extra deck, or extra deck if I recall. And the other effect is when your Raidraptor XC monster or a Raidraptor monster attacks, you can special summon this monster from your hand and gain 100 life points for each spell or trick card you control from the field and the graveyard, pretty much. Obviously, you're not going to see a lot of spell and trick cards, so you get a little bit of a boost, pretty much. Yeah. And the 1-ups, you're running 1 Pain Lanius. Now, Pain Lanius is going to be real helpful. I put him down to 1 because of what it does. Pain Lanius, you use them for, like, if you need that emergency. His effect reads is that you can special summon him, target 1 Raidraptor monster on the field. You take damage equal to the attack or defense, which is lower, and special summon him. That's it. It doesn't. It's not like Fuzzy Lanius. When he's special summon, you can only special summon only Raidraptors. But it's good because you can use this as another link summoning material for that. You can special summon him, do a lot of special summoning overall. But that's it for the monsters overall. Yeah, it's not that much of a monster. I think it's like 20 something monsters. I think I have it correct. 20. I think it's 20 monster figures. Per se. But yeah. And for this, now we're going for the spells. For the spells, I'm running the main rank up magic card, which is Skip Force. Skip Force is so good, but the problem is about Skip Force is it does not have a searcher. That's what I'm gonna say. This does not. There's not that many searchers in the Raidraptor deck, but there is a spell card here that does search back from the graveyard, but there's no like initially like a search from the deck to the hand. But Skip Force is amazing because you can target 1 Raidraptor monster from the field, XC, rank it up twice, so pretty much 6, 8 to 10 to 12, or if you're using the pretty much. And yeah, pretty much this counts as an XC summon. If this card is sent to the graveyard, except for the turn that was sent, you can banish this and another Raidraptor monster and special summon 1 Raidraptor XC monster from the graveyard to the field. This helps if they, kaiju or destroyed it by Raigeki or something like that. You can return them back. Pretty simple, pretty powerful. So yeah, 3 copies of this. I'm gonna actually put this over here. The next 3 copies you're running 3 copies of Blue. All your Raidraptors, pretty much all your Raidraptors are dark. Simple as that. They're all drop monsters, so you need draw power. No Pot of Desires here. No Pot of Desires, because that will actually just ruin you. Trust me, it ruins a lot of my decks. Trust me, I remember from my DDD deck profile. Oh god, my 2nd place DDD profile. Oh my god, I can't believe I reached 2nd place with that deck. Those are the 3 copies I'm using. Next up, I'm using the 2-ups are 2 rank up magic Soul Shave Force. I love this card. This card is a beast because pay half your life points, special summon 1 Raidraptor XC monster from the graveyard, rank it up twice, and this counts as an XC summoning. So meaning that you can special summon any XC monster that is 2 ranks higher than that Raidraptor monster. Yeah. That's why I love it. And for the 1-ups, I'm running 1 Raidraptor Nest. It reads that if you control two or more Raidraptor monsters on the field, you can search for a Raidraptor monster from the deck to the hand, pretty much. Next up is 1 Raidraptor Call. Now, Raidraptor Call is a good card because it can help you more of your XC plays. Air Race, you can target 1 Raidraptor monster on the field, special summon the same monster with the exact same name in the fence position. This entire turn, you can only special summon Raidraptor monsters. That's it. And for the other rank up cards, I'm running one Astral Force. It does the same thing as Skip Force, but this one it can actually do any rank up that you want. Twice. And it also reads that you can add your draw phase. You don't take your draw. You don't draw. You take this card from the graveyard, add it to the hand. So it's good sometimes. And the next one is one rank up Magic Raid Force. This is the one that can actually search Skip Force from the graveyard. Now it reads that you can target. This is the one that you're gonna be. The camera doesn't want to focus. Camera focus. There we go. Wow. So it reads that you can target one Raidraptor monster from the field, ranking up once higher than that, and this counts as an XE summon. You can banish this card except for the turn that was sent. Add one rank up card from the graveyard to the hand. Yeah, pretty much. And the other one, and the generic ones, I'm running one for one. You know what 1 for 1 does. One Soul Charge, and then lastly one Cattle Call. This helps me more for the XC plays. Tribute the monster you have, if it's a wing beast or is a beast type or whatever. Special summon one Raidraptor XC monster. That what it says. Its effects are negated. It can't attack, but you're using this so you can rank up what the things you want. So much. One's enough. Two is too cloggy, but yeah. Those are all the spells, pretty much. It's not that much of a spell realm, but it works, and I love it. You can do some shenanigans. I've done shenanigans with this thing, and it's so fun. So yeah, those are all the spells, pretty much. Next up for the trap cards, this is actually pretty. I run 2 copies of Raidraptor Radiance. Now this card is so. This card is so good. Like, people don't expect this card. Now it reads that when you activate it, Raidraptor monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, and they think, oh, I can destroy them by Raigeki or by some negation or something like that. You can, but here's the other thing. If you have a Raidraptor monster in the graveyard, you can banish it. You don't take damage that turn. No battle damage, no burn damage, no whatever damage. You take no whatever damage. Pretty much that turn. So if your opponent's just like, oh, I'm gonna attack you like that and end in the game, and it's like, nope. Pretty much. This is the biggest nope, and so many people in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, they don't know what this card does, and they still attack me. It's like, oh, okay, I'll attack you again. Nope. Nope. So many nopes with this card. So yeah. And for the other traps, I'm running 2 Icarus attacks. You know what it does. Tribute one Wind Beast monster. Target 2 cards in the field and destroy them. So yeah. And now, we're not done. These were the only traps I was running. But now that there's a little trap that came out in Flames of Destruction, is 2 Awakening the Dragon. This card is so stupid. If this card leaves your if this card helps me get out Ultimate Falcon so fast, people don't expect it, and they think that he doesn't have the unaffect by the card effect. Wrong. That is his passive effect. His generic effect, not the if he has an XC material or whatevs. That's his passive. Now it reads: if this card leaves you from your control by an opponent's card effect, if this card is sent to the graveyard or banished, special summon one monster from the deck or from the extra deck. It's just stupid. 2 is enough. I highly recommend do not use this if you have the extra link zone full. Do this when you have a link monster, or if it's empty. But yeah, I run this. People actually quit on me on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro because of this little card. So yeah, that's pretty much the trap card of it is. God. Okay, now for the extra deck. 3 copies of Force Strix. Force Strix requires 2 level 4 monsters. It reads attach, add a level 4 Wing Beast Dark monster from the deck to the hand. It gains 400, it gains 500 of attack and effect for every Dark Wing Beast monster you control. Pretty much. It's a searcher. Pretty much. Actually, I'm gonna leave this here because I'm actually gonna leave this here so you can see that. Next up, it's One Utopia, and you know what it is. Utopia the Lightning. It's Utopia the Lightning. You know what he does. That's why I play him, and I got him in German. I think it's German. It's German. I think it's German. I'm trying to press crit, Bird. I'm sorry if there's any Germans or Russian. I don't know who's watching this right now. I am sorry if I mispronounce this. I'm trying to learn. I will try to learn German. If there's a German class, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't care if it's gotta be painful. But yeah, I'm already taking Japanese. I'm learning. So yeah. You told me the learning. And for the rank 5 XC monsters, I'm running one Strange and one Blaze Falcon. They're really good. If you don't know what they do, is that Strange Falcon does is you can detach one material. If this XC monster has a XC material. A Raidraptor XC material, you can attach one material and target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and he takes equal to its attack. Pretty much. And if this card is destroyed by battle, by card effect, special summon one Raidraptor XC monster from the graveyard and attach this as a material. Simple enough. Blaze Falcon is my favorite because you can attach one material, destroy all your opponent's special summon monsters, and burn him for 500 for each. And this monster can attack directly. If this card attacked directly, destroy one special summon monster on the field, and lose another 500. So pretty much that's it. Pretty much, I'm just like sinking in like right there, like that little pause, so you can like sink in of my information and me being a goofball. One Infinity because you can do this. Soul Shave, 4 Strix, boom boom bada boom. That's it. Pretty much. And next up is one Revolution Falcon. Revolution Falcon is my favorite XC of all of them. He can when at the start of the damage step, if this monster attacks a monster, that monster becomes 0 attack, 0 defense. Pretty much. Or when a monster attacks him, it becomes 0 attack, 0 defense. Also, when this card has an Raidraptor XC monster as a material, you can against this effect, it's basically an alternative with a burn damage. So you can target one special summon monster on the field. No, actually, any monster on the field, pretty much. Destroy it, and your opponent gets hit, inflict damage, half of its attack, pretty much. And its attach effect is you can attach a material, attack all your opponent's special summon monsters. That's it. Next up, for the higher ups, I'm running one Satellite Falcon. Satellite Falcon is the go-to, so you can destroy your opponent's back row. One thing is, he's if they summon and strike you for the special summon, yeah, they can do that. It effect reads, when this card is XC summon, you can destroy all spell and trigger your opponent controls. He cannot respond from this respond any card effects for this activation. When this card attack and quick effect during either player's turn, you can attach a material and target a monster your opponent controls. It loses 800 for every Raidraptor monster in your graveyard, pretty much. Next up, you know him, you love him, it's Ultimate Falcon. Yeah, I love this card. Ultimate Falcon reads is unaffected by the card effects. If this card has an Raidraptor XC monster as a material, it gains this effect during every end phase. If your opponent controls monster, they lose 1,000 of attack. If he does not, you lose. It loses a stack as a burn damage instead. And you can attach a material. Your opponent's monster's effects are negated, and they lose 1,000 of attack. So yeah, pretty much that. And for the last one, I'm running one Final Fortress. Same as this, but does not have the burn damage. The thing is that you can attach one material, and this can attack again in a row. Again, pretty much it can attack twice in a row, and you can do this twice per turn. And it reads that you can banish. Actually, sorry, my bad. I actually read this wrong. I'm terribly sorry. I'm human. Everybody can make mistakes. It's that you can banish a Raidraptor XC monster from the graveyard and attack twice per turn. The thing is that you can attach a material, return all banished Raidraptor monsters from the banish to the graveyard. That's it. Sorry, my bad. We're all humans here. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Now for the lake monsters, this is the fun part. One Deco Talker, and a Barillo. Just a Barillo. I know people are just gonna be like saying, "Oh God, no Barillo. No, I don't have the money. I don't have the money for him. He's like $40 to $50 to $60." Yes, he is expensive. I'll give you other options. Hush. I'll give you other options if you don't want to run the Barillo. If you have the money. Don't. Just. I know you don't want the Barillo. I know people want a Barillo. Now I want bread. Now I want bread. I don't know why. I just need bread right now in my life. So yeah, that's pretty much for the extra deck. Right now we're gonna go for the side deck. Give me a second, let me just put this right. I'm just hoping that these sleeves don't get ruined. These are really expensive sleeves. They're Dragon Shield, and so for the side deck, we're gonna actually do this as the third copy of this Radiance. 2 Raidraptor Gust. This is a really good card because when a spell tracker is activated, if you control Raidraptor monster, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. Pretty much. The second Catacall, the one Dark Hole, and the second Pain Lanius, and the third Last Tricks. So that's pretty much for the main deck. My side deck is more for the extra deck because you are using a lot of XC monsters, and so yeah, I'm using a lot of XC monsters. Now for the options that you can use besides Barillo, which is one Underlock and one Topological Bomber. Now get this, Topological Bomber is a good monster because you're using a lot of special summons. So yeah, pretty much you're using a lot of special summons. Why not do that? And he's a dark monster. So yeah, or Underclock Tinker. Pretty much. These are the options I can give you for now because Proxy Dragon, yeah, it's Proxy Dragon, but the link markers, you kind of need them. I don't know what I'm doing with this voice. Yeah. And the other monster is one Steel Swarm Roach, one Babushka. If you don't know what's something that I'm actually gonna say is if you don't know what Steel Swarm Roach does, where have you been? Its effect means you can attach one material, negate the summon of a level 5 or higher monster, and destroy it. This is basically a Solomon strike. Basically. And one babushka, if you don't know what babushka does, is that if this monster is in defense position, your opponent's monster has to go in defense position, and their effects are negated negated until all your materials are detached. Every time in your turn, you have to detach a material, because that effect is kind of a little stupid. Detach a material so it can continue. When this monster is in attack position, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Pretty much. That's it. Pretty much. That's it. And for the other ones are for the level 4s. Excuse me. Oh. False alarm, I thought I was gonna sneeze. The Rice Falcon. If you don't know what Rice Falcon does, is that this card can attack all the special summon monsters your opponent controls. Once per turn, you can attach it with a material. Target one special summon monster, and it gains the attack of that special summon monster. So here's the problem. It's three level 4 wing beams monsters. So yeah, that's why I put them in the side deck if I want for fun. The other one's Blaze Falcon. Blade Burner Falcon. It reads that if this card exceeds something, if your opponent's life point is at least 3,000 or higher than yours, you can make this card gain 3,000 of attack. When this card is destroyed by an opponent's monster by battle, you can detach one material from this card, destroy exactly that number of monsters your opponent controls. Pretty much. And I love this artwork. The second Satellite Falcon. I used to have another Ultimate Falcon, but I traded it off for the Awakening of the Dragons. And one Seven Sins. If you don't know what the Seven Sins done, is that you can this is basically a full armor, and it says that you can attach 2 materials and banish all special summon monsters your opponent controls. That's it. If this card will be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can detach a material, it doesn't get destroyed. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. Pretty much, I was gonna try to do some combos, but I'm kind of like, I really need to, do other stuff for now. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck. It's right now my main deck. I used to have True Dracos, but I sold it because Masterpiece got banned. And I used to have Blue Eyes. I actually sold it. It's actually sad that I have to sell a bunch of my decks so I can make money, so I can buy this beautiful desk and other things and pay things. But overall, have fun when you are doing a deck. Forget about meta cards right now. In my opinion here, if you're at this moment at the video and you're here for, I'm actually thankful that you are in this at the end of this video, is that don't get depressed or upset because of the meta. I get upset or depressed because of the meta. Because I can't spend $300 to $1,000 for Sky Striker or for the meta cards that people are playing. Ghost Ogre or Ash Blossom and all that stuff. Don't get that down for you. A good buddy of mine that he plays in tournaments, he's a meta guy, and he actually understands my what's going on with me in my life. But don't get that in your heads. Make the deck that you want. If you can't afford it, if you can't afford the cards, just do what you can and make any substitutes or solutions, or make something that it could be actually fun to play with your friends. And don't let anybody, and I mean anybody, to use a OCG card as your proxy for fun. Don't let anybody say, oh, you can't use an OCG card. Don't let that person or anybody that's saying you can't use it as your proxy because you found it in a good reasonable way to play the card in its actual thing. And some people say, oh, why not spend the money or just print it out, or, you know, forget about that. Because basically you're actually owning the original copy of the card. Forget about if it's TCG, forget about it that much. Like right now, if you want to spend the money, fine, spend the money how you want. It's your money, do whatever you want. But if you want to get the card because it's too, you can't get the card because it's too expensive, try other options for the proxies. I know in some areas they do good proxies in English, but if you want the OCG card, because you know it's the original card technically, remember, OCG are, you know, where everything comes, and you know we get the other versions of it. We get the censor version of the cards and everything like that, and with the different effects, like pretty much. Now, one thing I will say is that thanks for watching. I really want to say, and if you get this advice and it actually helps you in making a deck or something, please. I actually want to say I'm happy that it does work for you. And I know this video is going too long, but yeah, thanks for watching.